yourself doing in the long run, because you don't want to do something necessarily that you don't like. Like, that's why a lot of people don't make a lot of money at their job, because they hate their job. How are you supposed to make a lot of money at a place that you don't like? That doesn't make sense. And people don't understand this. It was so easy for me to get this. When I started working at Whataburger, I was making $9 an hour, y'all. And I appreciate y'all for 25,855 subscribers on the channel. What's good, YouTube? It is Digital Hustler back with another video, y'all. And look, in today's video, as y'all can see by the title, the younger you watch the video, the better it will be for you. And so look, y'all, so one thing that I have learned over time with my entrepreneurship journey, and just, you know, learning this, learning that, and just being around all these successful individuals and watching these videos where the wealthy speak as to what they help them get to where they are today, is that one thing I realized within every single one of them is they have a skill that they use every single week. I'm not gonna say every day, because not everybody, you know, practices their skill every single day. Like I said, right, every single week they somehow, some way use this skill to make money. As like I said before, right, in the title, the younger you are, meaning that the younger you start using and practicing the skill, the better it will be for you in the long run. For example, me, as y'all can see, I have a clothing brand, right? Digital Hustlers. I have a YouTube, Digital Hustlers. I trade Forex, Digital Hustler, Digital Hustling, okay? So I just named 3 skills that I have for myself to where I can do outside my job, I can do either at my home, I can do outside the country, as y'all seen in my last couple videos, right? Where I was in Honduras and I was literally trading, doing my clothing brand out there because I had my clothes on every single day, so I was self-promoting. And also doing my YouTube, of course, because that's how y'all got the vlog, right? I have to record myself. These are 3 things that I have for myself that I can do outside my job for the rest of my life. Somehow, some way, can't necessarily get my hands onto things. I can tell people, hey, look, click this button when it gets to this point. Or I can tell someone else, hey, can you click that button to start the video, and all I have to do is talk. Or I can be like, hey, I want this to be on my clothing brand. I want this design to be on there. I want my clothing brand drop to go like this. And I necessarily can't physically put my hands on there, but I just need a helper, and I just direct them as to what I want, right? Because all I have to do is be able to use my mind and my mouth to make, you know, to help me make the money, okay? So the younger you are and you get a skill, now the skill is up to you, right? You find out what that skill is and do it every single week for the rest of your life. It don't matter if for 2 to 3 years you don't get paid for it. It does not matter, right? When I first started everything that I'm doing, it took me time to start making money from my clothing brand. It took me time to start making money from trading. It took me time to start making money from YouTube. But now that I'm monetizing all 3 of these things, I know that as long as I keep going, not only is I'm gonna make money, but my money is gonna increase over time. Not just because I'm doing these things, but because more opportunities will come to me because I am doing these things. So what do I mean by that, right? I'm not gonna make more money over time just because I make more YouTube videos, but I might make more money over time with my YouTube videos because now I'm getting sponsorship deals. Now I'm having big names and big brands be like, hey, we've been watching your YouTube and we like what you're putting out. Come do this with us, or start putting this in your videos and we'll cut you a percentage, which has happened in the past, right? So once you start developing that skill for yourself, and I'm speaking of myself while just telling y'all to do this for yourselves, right? Because there's a lot of things that you can make money from. You can make money on YouTube from reading books. People will literally watch you on YouTube as you read a book to them, like no cap. Like, people will really watch that. I listen to audiobooks. Those audiobooks that I listen to, people are getting paid for those audiobooks. You don't necessarily have to be present all the time, right? Now, this skill, whatever skill that you do, make sure that you're good at it or have some type of passion behind it. So when you start doing it over time and you start getting paid for it, it will actually make sense to what you see yourself doing in the long run, because you don't want to do something necessarily that you don't like. Like, that's why a lot of people don't make a lot of money at their job, because they hate their job. How are you supposed to make a lot of money at a place that you don't like? That doesn't make sense. And people don't understand this. It was so easy for me to get this. When I started working at Whataburger, I was making $9 an hour, y'all. $9 an hour for making burgers. Now, ask me, did I really like that job? Absolutely not. So, with that being said, I knew that that wasn't the overall goal for me. I knew that eventually I was going to move up out of there. I used the money that I was making at that job to invest into a company, which helped me with my trading, which helped me with my YouTube, and also helped me with my clothing brand over time, because I was exposed to a lot of young entrepreneurs that had different things going on for themselves. And I'm like, okay, bro, if they can do it, I can do it too. These people, not even 3-4 years older than me for real, making millions of dollars a year for a skill that they develop over time. So I started paying attention. I'm like, yo, anything that you look at, really, they're building up skills. Even the news people, the people that tell you about the news and what's going on within the weather and all of that, like, that's communication skills, right? We look at ball players, we look at football players, we look at soccer players, we look at basketball players, we look at boxers, right? What are they doing? They're just practicing the skill every single week, right? Now, the more you practice that skill, the better you're gonna get. And over time, the more money you will make. So you don't necessarily want to be like, okay, let me just do something else for somebody else and let me build somebody else's dream. No, you wanna work at that job, right? Not saying that there's anything wrong with a job, but you wanna work that job and then fund up what you want to do for yourself. So over time, you don't have to work that job no more if you really don't want to. You can move up out of that job and go into something else and be like, okay, I already learned the skills that I needed to at this job. Now I'm finna use those same skills that I use at the job to go do what I want to do and get better over time, right? And that's why the title of the video is what it is, as in, the younger you watch this video, the younger you start this, the better it will be for you, because you just develop and you just get better over time, right? Now, you don't wanna just be doing the skill by yourself. You wanna either pay for mentorship, you want to get some type of education outside of the mentorship. So mentorship can be with like another individual. So you're paying someone else that's doing good in that lane that you like to do. You're paying that person, but you can also take it to a point where you're feeding yourself not only through them, but now you're getting into books. You may be going into college, maybe getting into a one-on-one situation to where, yes, that mentorship is helping you with that X, Y, and Z thing, but once you get into that mentorship and you realize, oh, I'm not good at this, now you're looking at that weakness and you're like, okay, let me go onto this side of things and let me get better over here as well. So let me give you an example of that, right? I've been doing my clothing brand for 2 years now, right? And I pay for a mentorship where they're saying, hey, this is what you need to do, this is what you need to do, this is what you need to do, okay? So now I learned how to make clothes, how to talk to manufacturers, how to start marketing and promoting my drops. But then I realized I'm not good with taxes. So I just took that weakness from the mentorship. They taught me everything else but taxes. I'm gonna go pay another educator to teach me about taxes. So now when I do my taxes for my clothing brand, I now connected the dots, and that skill that I was learning over here showed me a weakness that was over here. I'm gonna take that weakness over here, learn more about it to where now I'm putting the two together and I'm just making a stronger brand for myself, okay? Now, like I said, you won't really know this until you actually get into that field, get into that skill over time, because there's a lot of things that you don't know that you don't even know, okay? There's a lot of things that you don't know, and there's a lot of things that you don't know that you don't even know. So you wanna make sure that you actually get into that skill and are open-minded to learn more things about it over time, and don't think that you're a know-it-all, because you're not. Y'all, when I tell y'all trading, I've been doing trading for 4 or 5 years now. Gang, when I tell y'all, it'll be things that I thought I knew to the best of my abilities that the market would be like, no, like there's this that you need to learn too. And I wouldn't have learned that if I thought I knew it all. So over time, you're gonna start realizing that it's things that you have to find out for yourself that you won't really find out unless you actually get into the skill over time and you do it every single week, okay? Now, if you do it every single day, the better, but it's all up to you. For example, me, I don't trade every single day. I only trade from Wednesday to Friday. I don't drop YouTube videos every day. I don't drop clothing brand pieces every single day. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say that every single week, if you're putting some type of energy and focus into that skill, it will grow over time. You will make more money. You most likely won't even need your job within the fourth, fifth, sixth year. You develop yourself over time to that skill is not paying you a lump sum of money every single month, and your job is optional. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, the younger you watch this, the better. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. If this video did help you, drop down in the comments how it did and made you realize something new. A lot of people be like, oh, I already knew that, but they not doing it. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, man, appreciate y'all for all the love and support. And I appreciate y'all for 25,855 subscribers on the channel. We're gonna continue to going up. I'm gonna continue to keep bringing this sauce and this value for y'all. Make sure y'all like this video, and I'm gonna see y'all in the next video. We out. Okay.